Yay! Hello! I successfully did it, Gerald. We did the
Yay!
countdown.
And I
Gerald,
see the notice just popped, so that's perfect.
awesome. Yes,
Congratulations.
Gerald has been tutoring me on live stream, y'all. So, hello, everyone. Hello,
Hello.
Pat.
Look at that.
So, yeah, we've got Ange, my virtual bouncer. Hillary, thanks for being up so late. Hi, Allison, Tech
Wow.
Coven. Hey,
Yeah.
Jane. How are
Zane.
you? Oh, thanks for joining us. So we've got the posse here. Welcome to Gerald.
Oh
Welcome,
my
Gerald
gosh.
and
Hi.
Taro Stash. How are you? Thank you for
I'm
joining me.
I'm doing very well, and I'm very glad to be on Peekaboo Rose.
Yay, I get a card. I
And
get a
it's
card.
Tarot Stash because everybody needs to make sure they like and
Like
subscribe.
and subscribe. Yes, thank you.
And you have something coming up soon, right?
I do. Yes. Three girls, one deck. That will
Mm-hmm.
be Saturday. Yes. Sorry that we forgot to notify everyone that we were postponing. We were all sick. And
Oh
it
no.
just, yeah. And it was not pretty. And it would not have been a good episode. And so the
Aw.
episode has been rescheduled to
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, January 22nd, same time, 1 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. BST. So see you there. We will not be
That's
sick.
lovely.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
actually, that this is how I came to you
Oh, yeah?
through the Tarathon.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. That was like my very first time, our very first time trying Terrathon. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I was like going, this is a freaking brilliant idea. I'm like
Thank
going, and it's
you.
so much fun. It's
It is
so much
fun.
fun.
It is
Yeah.
fun. Oh, Jonathan's here. Hello, Jonathan.
Hi,
Aloha.
Jonathan.
Oh my goodness. All right. Yes, subscribe. Thank you. And there is the link to Gerald's channel. And you had two, or you have two, the Hermit Mage, which now you are just kind of leaving as is and
Yep.
putting everything on Tarot Stash.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So I know I can go through and do a whole bunch of other stuff, but
Yeah,
you know, it's like, yeah,
absolutely.
I'd
All
rather
right.
spend more time having fun. So,
Exactly.
so
Okay. So for anyone coming in who does not know Gerald, do you want to give a little intro, brief intro? Anything you'd like to share?
um I'm Tarot Stash Gerald, also known as the Hermit Mage, but now Tarot Stash.
No, Gerald.
Or sometimes you may see me as Tarot Sachet.
Or sachet, absolutely.
Tarot
Can't forget.
Sachet,
Mm-hmm,
yes.
mm-hmm.
And so I I have been reading tarot for upwards of hi Beth. I have been
Hello.
reading tarot upwards of 25 years,
Wow.
and I am definitely a tarot collector.
All right.
So I have decks, and I don't always use them. And actually, you want to know what the first deck that was that I knew I was a collector for? Do
No.
do you want to know?
Sure. Tell me. Tell
It
us.
was the James R. Eads, his first one.
Oh, is his first one, is that the Prisma
It's the
Vision? Okay.
Prisma Vision, and it was one of
Okay.
those things that I don't know how I found it, but I found it on Kickstarter,
Okay.
and I was like, going, I am totally buying this. And then I laid it out, and my mind was blown
Okay.
because and I'm like going, oh my god! And I showed my friends. I actually was at her shop, and we had laid all of the cards out,
Hmm.
and it was just my mind was blown. And I'm like, I probably won't ever read with these, but
Mm-hmm.
I want it in my collection.
Awesome.
So
Tarot deck collectors unite.
yes, and that's where the stash comes into play also,
Yes, I
because
know. I love that little pun there.
you like
Yeah.
that. And
And
yeah,
that was
and
the meme, right? Me,
it
me,
was.
me, me,
Yes,
me, me,
yes,
me.
yes, yes. And because I'm a knitter as well, but I'm
Mhm.
also a quilter, and I'm a person who, when I learn something new, I embrace it fully, and I like to have all of the supplies to help me.
Mm-hmm.
So, my friend Maggie, who taught me to knit, probably within about 8 months, I had more yarn than she did, and she'd been knitting for years. So, but I like the
Uh-huh.
option there. Hi,
Gotcha.
everybody joining us.
Yes,
So,
hello. Hi, Lily. Hello, everyone coming in. Oh, wow. Okay. So, do you want to start off with the icebreakers?
sure. And just full disclosure,
Yes,
you gave me the opportunity to know what we were going to do, and I said, nope,
exactly. That
let's
is
be
true.
spontaneous.
That's true.
So,
Gerald is going balls to the wall here, hardcore, no prep, just extraneous, spontaneous. So let's do it.
there you
Fox,
go.
the cutest dog in the West. Namaste. Hello.
Hi.
That name. Okay, I'm really bad at clicking these banners. Okay, ready? So let's start off with the firsts. So the first deck you ever bought.
The first deck I ever bought was probably the Voyager Tarot.
Okay.
I was gifted the Inner Child cards, which
Okay.
is the one that's based on the fairy and folk
Right.
tales,
Mm-hmm.
from a friend of mine, and I think I bought the Voyager Tarot because I love the artwork
Mm-hmm.
and the collage aspect of it. And then my second one that I bought was the Robin Wood Tarot, which
Mm-hmm.
is one that is, it's a longtime friend. I've talked
Yes.
about that before.
Yes.
So,
Yes, you have. Awesome. So then what is the first deck you ever passed on to your memory? Whether you rehomed it or gifted it or
okay, it's
made it?
interesting because um, I did two of them. There was a period in my life where I was doing some studying and I stopped focusing on tarot and I thought,
Okay.
okay, I'm going to move on some of these decks. And I moved on the original Inner Child cards that I had, which was
Okay.
disappointing, and the original Handel tarot that I
Okay.
had. I gifted those. I gave those to someone at the time that I was dating. Um, so
Okay.
yeah, and I
Cool.
did them at the same time, and it was like,
Okay.
now I look back and I go, maybe
Gotcha.
not.
Let's see. Jonathan says Robin Wood was, oh, that was your first deck.
Oh, nice.
One JJ Swiss first gifted deck. Awesome. Okay. Uh, a first deck in your collection that was not RWS inspired.
Probably the Thoth.
Ah, okay. Very
Um,
cool.
yeah, somebody gifted me that.
Mm,
So, hey, Mel,
awesome. Hey, Mel.
what about
Okay.
you? What about you? What was the first non-RWS that you had in your collection?
The Tarot of a Moon Garden,
Okay.
which is kind of still RWS-ish, because
Uh-huh.
the minors are, I think that was the more of a Pippish deck. And so I
Right.
didn't know how to work with it because it was more Pippish than anything, but still had little hints of that kind of RWS
Oh, mm-hmm.
in it. So I don't know. I guess maybe I'm trying to think. I think the maybe very first flat out non RWS might have been the Marshmallow Marseille when I first wanted to learn straight on pips and Marseille. It was the
Okay.
Marshmallow Marseille, and that did not last. But
Okay. Well, and I have to say, I have to clarify that because I was doing tarot card readings for someone, and they gifted me a pip deck
uh-huh.
that I think they bought from a place like Barnes and Nobles or Borders, one of
Hmm.
those little package things.
Yeah, yeah,
And I had no clue what that was.
right.
And I'm
Mhm.
looking at it and I'm like, going, there's just 5 pentacles on here. How the heck am I supposed to read that? What?
Yeah,
So,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
I
And of
still
course,
have it.
hi Joey. Oh,
Hey, Joey.
thank you for coming by. Thanks. Yeah, and also I mistakenly, when I would see a pip deck, be like, what kind of lazy bullshit is this? Like, why are you why are we just throwing on some elements there and then like
Yeah,
that's it? So that was my mistake. But
yeah,
in any case, you
yeah,
learn. You learn.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Next question. first thing you ever started collecting? Like rocks, memorabilia, books, what do you recall?
Feathers.
Feathers.
Feathers, yes. When I was a
Nice.
kid, I would always pick up feathers, and I had a collection of feathers that I
Uh-huh.
kept in a cigar box.
Ah,
So,
nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay. A first pet.
My first pet as an adult was a cat. Her name was Slinky,
Oh, okay. That's
and I got
great.
her my junior year in college, and we weren't
Aw.
allowed to have cats, but somebody had cats, and so I thought, oh, I'm going to get a cat.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
named her Slinky
Mhm.
because when I brought her into the apartment the first time, she was just bundled like this, and then she stretched
Oh my
and
God.
then did that. And I looked at her and I went like, "Oh my gosh, that looks like a Slinky." And
Yeah,
she
there you go.
turned and she looked at
Oh,
me.
really? She's like,
Yep.
"Oh,
She
that's my
says,
name.
"Yep, there
That's
you
my
go.
name." Hi,
Hi,
Deanne.
Deanne."
How are you? Let's see. Okay. Tara Cheney says, Wisdom Seekers is my first pip. Had to have it. I like
Mm,
Pip from day two. Well, wonderful. I love Pips
yeah.
now. I love it. I have been converted. So
Yeah.
love me some.
Well, and Justin Michael and Robin from Toadstool Tarot,
Mhm.
they um they had a Tarot de Marseille study group for a while.
Yes, yes.
And I have actually learned from them quite a bit.
Awesome. Yes.
So I have a greater appreciation for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. A first movie that you saw in a movie theater.
First movie that I saw in the movie theater, I'm going to put a caveat to that I was obsessed with,
Okay.
was Time Bandits.
Time Bandits. Is that an animated movie?
It is not. It
No, Time
was,
Bandits.
I could go over there and probably get the DVD, but I think I was in like eighth or ninth grade, and I think I saw it like 5 times in the movie theater.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. That sounds familiar, but I'm not a familiar. I
Yeah,
can't
and
remember.
Sean
Okay.
Connery was in it, and
Oh,
it was about the fabric of the universe. God had only 7 days to create the universe.
okay.
And of course, there were all sorts of holes in the fabric because because God only had 7 days or 6 days. And so these time bandits are going in and out of these holes. So,
Oh,
and
very
yeah,
interesting premise. Hi, Debbie. Willy
I did.
Wonka, a good
I,
one.
Willy Wonka is one of my favorite movies.
It's a good one. Oh, Beth saying
Bambi. Whew,
Bambi. Oh, that one.
dang.
That's a hard one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. First celebrity crush.
Jeremy Irons.
Oh, I love him.
You notice I didn't even miss a beat on that one. Oh, Jeremy Irons.
I love him. He was one of my first as well. Um,
Really? Okay.
yes, he was. He was one of my firsts. The very first was Christopher Plummer because of Sound of Music, obviously.
Yes.
And then Jeremy Irons followed suit pretty quickly after like Harrison Ford. It was a lot of the older men for some reason, and I was like
Yeah.
18.
And
But yes,
yeah.
Jeremy
And
Irons, he's just
Jeremy
so
Irons
amazing.
in Brideshead Revisited.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a series. It was a series on our PBS stations.
Hmm.
Um, and well dressed, well groomed.
Mm, I'm sure.
Um, you know, and I mean, and there is a slight sexual undertone or overtones or
Hmm.
whatever, and I'm like going, "Ooh, dude." So,
He's beautiful. Yes, I love him. And he's
yes, and
going
still
through
is,
everything. Okay.
still is.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Let's
Yeah,
move on
we're
from
both
Jeremy Irons.
distracted.
We can make
We're
a
both
whole hour.
distracted. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So major move to another town, state, or country.
Um, yeah, ooh, Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh,
uh-oh.
go ahead.
I moved to college. Um, I moved to Columbus, Ohio,
Hmm.
from where I lived, and I was an hour and a half away, but I went to college,
Hmm.
and it's been a great match.
Awesome. Very
So yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, hi. Hello, Krista. Hi, Auntie Kay. Lou Diamond Phillips. Claire Danes. Oh my gosh, my so-called life.
Um,
I did have a girl crush on her, I have to say. I wanted to
yeah,
be her, actually.
yeah. And I was also obsessed with Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox, awesome. Yes. Love
Yeah,
her. Love her.
yeah.
Okay. First paycheck.
First paycheck when I was a janitor in high school.
Hmm.
So I would go out, I would go clean clean a print shop
Okay.
where, oh, hi Candy.
Hi, Candy.
I would clean a print shop where I learned that men really are pigs in the bathroom. And
Thank you for that
so
confirmation. Awesome.
yeah, so I was a janitor.
Okay. And then a first achievement that meant a lot to you.
First achievement. Okay. This may be, well, it's not weird. I went to Catholic school, parochial
Mhm.
school, and we had printing and then we had cursive. And I actually still have the certificates that I've passed my printing and my um, cursive tests.
Awesome.
So
That
I still have those.
that's awesome. Well, cursive is, man, we don't even learn that anymore, do we, in schools? And
Well, why do you think I write in cursive in my book of shadows? Because
there you
nobody's going to be
go.
able to read it.
That's true. That's so true. Oh my goodness. But oh
Yeah.
yes. Okay. All right. On to favorites. A favorite food or snack?
Um, pretzels,
Ooh, that's a good one.
soft pretzels, preferably,
With mustard?
or cheese sauce.
Oh, yes. Good answer. Okay, favorite color?
Ooh, I am I'm a bright pink person or
Ooh.
a bright blue. I was an 80s child,
Yes,
so
yes.
I didn't want neon per se, but I wanted the bright
Right.
colors.
Gotcha. Awesome. I agree, Hillary, with the cheese puffs. She's saying that the cheese puffs.
Hmm.
Yes, cheesy poofs, a favorite of mine as well. A
Hell yes, I
favorite
want cheesy poofs.
cheesy poofs. So a favorite book.
Okay, my favorite books are A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens,
Okay.
1984 by George Orwell, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, wow. So you've got all the literature going on there. Very
So,
nice.
and A Christmas Carol, I watch almost every version of A Christmas Carol possible, including the horrible An American Christmas Carol starring Henry Winkler.
Oh my gosh, really? There's one of those?
Yes, yes,
Huh.
yeah, I love it. Julie's like, there's one of those.
so that so when you say Christmas Carol, even just kind of like inspired by the Christmas Carol type movies as well?
Yes, because you have different
Mhm.
variations of that. I
Yes.
mean, it's you know,
It's
it's an important thing because
yes,
all
it
of
is.
these books are about somebody who overcomes something that's difficult.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
Charlie, for instance, he wins the day because he picks his family
Mhm.
over this wonderful, you know, candy factory.
Right.
And, you know, so yeah, it's
Awesome.
awesome.
Very cool. Good choices. A favorite movie or TV show?
Um, well, I like A Christmas Carol,
Mhm.
most versions of it. I am a huge fan of the Matrix movies.
Did you see the Resurrections?
Not yet. I'm not
Okay.
going to movie theaters yet.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So,
No problem.
um,
Do you
but
want to see it?
I do want to see it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Um,
all I need to hear.
yeah, I totally want to see it. But okay, here's the funny thing is I'm also a little weird because I like movies like the movie Seven is one of my
Oh,
favorite movies.
that's a hardcore
Constantine.
movie.
Yep. Yep.
Constantine. Oh my God, I love that movie. Oh, so Keanu
Yep.
Reeves is also one of my long time celebrity crushes, up there with
Ah,
Christopher Plummer and Jeremy Irons. So
yeah.
anything Keanu, almost anything Keanu does, he's just. But Constantine is, love it.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's so
and
good.
Seven.
It's so good.
That one. I thought it was such a well crafted, it's a great movie, but it's just so it's so dark. I don't think I ever really saw it again the whole way through. Like
Yeah.
after that first time, it was just something I could never,
Yeah.
I could never
Well,
watch.
and it's one of those things that the creepiness of it is that there are people like this in the world.
Yes, yes.
But the fascinating thing for me is I'm probably going to get people who are going to be unsubscribing to me and all this stuff, but I don't talk about that. But the fascinating thing is the intensity and the dedication to what somebody is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I know that I mean there's a lot of like Constantine. He's so intense
Mm-hmm.
on doing his work. I
Mm-hmm.
love that in the
Mm-hmm.
intricacies of that.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
just fascinating. Just
Awesome
fascinating.
choices. A favorite animal?
Um, hmm. I really like cats. I don't have any. But dogs with long ears are particular
Oh,
favorites.
yes.
Yeah.
Adorable. A favorite crystal?
I am a big fan of Sodalite was one of the first crystals I bought with intention.
Yeah, mine too, actually. One of the very first crystals I bought with intention. Yeah,
Yeah, and so I still have them. It's a small Sodalite pendant
those are
that
great
I will
stones.
wear. Yeah.
Awesome. Favorite curse word?
Ooh. Well,
Or
fuck.
off-color phrase, or
I mean, the F bomb is good. Shit is also good,
that
and
is great.
you can make you
Versatile.
could yeah, it's very versatile. You could make anything sound cooler than what it is. It's like we're doing tarot and shit.
And shit.
I'm knitting and shit.
Exactly.
I have tiny hands and shit.
And
So
shit. So
so
true, so true.
yes.
A favorite costume that you've ever worn?
This is okay. So I I may have told this story before. Anyhow, so I took a pair of bunny ears, rabbit ears, like
Mhm.
Playboy bunny ears, and made them smaller. And I went to a costume party dressed all in black with a black turtleneck, and I put a white piece of tape here.
Okay.
And people kept asking me what I was, and I was the Lamb of God.
Oh, I am not smart enough. Oh, God.
But I also had a little bunny, a little tail that was good. But the other one, okay, there's a second one is
Okay.
when I was in college, it was my junior year. I went out as a zebra,
Okay.
and the girl who lived next to me had a zebra bodysuit, and so she
Oh,
let me wear this. And at the time, I had really long hair like I did now, and I actually made what looked like a
like a mohawk?
mane. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a mohawk. And I painted my face so when you looked straight on, it looked like I was a zebra.
That's awesome.
And and this was 30 years ago, and we didn't have all the hair colors that we had, the spray hair
Yeah.
colors. So I was using floral paint
Oh, wow.
on my hair, and that took about a week to come out.
I was gonna say that's dedication. That is dedication. I will say
That
that
being
much.
said, I did win second prize in a costume contest, so I was able to pay rent.
Very good. Very good. So, a favorite gift that you received this year?
Oh my. Um, I'm looking around because I got some really wonderful gifts from Jeffrey this year. Jeffrey got me a journal from Leather Village because he knows I like to journal, and it's a
Wow.
lovely journal, and it has like
Love those
beautiful
pages.
paper in it. So
Beautiful.
so
Beautiful.
yeah. So
Auntie K, talk about Wool's clothing. Oh,
so
oh, beautiful. That's a beautiful journal. So he knows what
yeah.
you like. That's
He
good.
does. Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay. And now, bonus surprise question. You ready?
Ooh, yes.
Okay. If you had to give up one of these two, which would you choose?
Hmm.
Your mustache or the Robin Hood tarot?
The mustache,
Really?
because I
Okay.
can grow it back.
No, you have to give it up for the rest of your life.
Oh, you didn't say
I
that.
said that. Give up for the rest of your. Okay, I'm saying it
Oh,
now. If you had to give it up for the rest of your life.
fair warning, people. When you don't ask Julie to send the prep questions to you, you get questions like this. Um, I think I would still say the mustache
Okay.
um, because you know my experience with the Robin Wood. It's a deck that is
Absolutely.
combined with two other
Brother.
friends,
Yes.
and it's and I would miss that. It's so that's a bonus. And I can always get a fake mustache.
That's true. I guess that's true. It's a way around it. Very smart.
So
Very, very smart. Okay.
I can be
So
crafty too. That was a great question. I love
uh,
that.
thanks for everyone who's just coming in. Sorry if I missed anybody. And if you have any questions for Gerald, please put them in all caps or, tag me, but maybe better to put them in all caps so that my old eyes can see. And I will try not to miss any. All right, so let's go on to some other questions here. So, first of all, as we were talking about before, happy channelversary. You had a
Thank
channelversary just a
you.
couple days ago. Um,
Yeah.
so what was that moment that you decided, like, I am going to make a tarot channel? Because I know you were talking about how you had a knitting channel some years
Hmm.
ago. And so what was that turning point where you're like, I wanna make a channel for tarot?
It was I created the Hermit Mage on
Mhm,
October 30th of 2020, and Jamie Kelly and I, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, and
mhm,
I were on an impromptu live with Mindy, Artistry of Tarot,
mhm.
and it was like, boy, this is fun, and boy, the technology has advanced
Mhm.
to be able to do that. And I had retired, so it was like I I'm an extrovert. You might be surprised. So
Well,
this
I'm
really,
shocked. I'm
yeah,
absolutely
I
shocked.
know. Shock runs through the crowd. Everybody is silent. Everybody is doing this face
Right.
in chat.
Totally gobsmacked, yes.
Yeah. And so I wanted to do it after I realized how fun it was to see the chat.
Mhm,
And then I did the Gratitude Challenge 2021
mhm.
from Jen's Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation. I did that. Those were my first videos. Um,
Awesome.
and I ended up doing that Gratitude Challenge for 6 months,
Oh,
6 or 7 months,
wow.
maybe even
Okay.
longer. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Gotcha. So then,
yeah.
were you like then I would say like a lurker onto TerraTube for a while before deciding that you wanted to do content or
Probably not really a long
okay.
time. It wasn't a long time because the Hermit Mage came because I have been piddling around with a, a series of books,
Hmm.
and the Hermit Mage is a character, and I was just like, I could create some tarot content with this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sort of got lost in my answer. Um, but I lurked for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Gerald, an extrovert. I know,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
shocking. I lurked for a little bit, but when I was first retired, I was doing it with my other channel,
Mm-hmm.
with the knitting one. And that's where, like many people, I was watching all of the cooking shows and all of that stuff. So
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. All
yeah,
right. So
but
then you said you've been doing tarot for 20 some years?
20 over 25 years.
Over
Yeah.
25 years. And so what was it that first drew you to the tarot? What was it that appealed to you about the tarot?
I like the mystery of it.
Okay.
Hi, Patrice. Because it's mysterious
It is.
and
Magic.
yeah, it's magic. You know, you heard it here first. You know, don't pay attention to the tiny hands. Sorry, Jamie, look away. Don't pay
I
attention to the
love the
tiny
tiny
hands.
hands. I love
So,
the tiny hands.
so, but I think it's I felt an immediate attraction to it. I
Mhm.
was very fortunate. Growing up with a mother who was open, who was a very spiritual person, and her Catholicism brought her spirituality.
Mhm.
And I remember having conversations with my mom. I was like, all of these other religions in the world, I mean, they can't be all bad. And there's got to be something in common with
Mhm.
them. And mom was like, going, probably go find out.
Wow,
So, yeah,
that's
I mean, so I
great.
was very, very fortunate. And so the tarot was just, it sort of drew me in. It was intriguing. I mean, you have these
Yeah.
magical pieces of artwork
Mhm.
that pulled out in a random number. And I started reading them intuitively.
Mm.
And then I learned the structure around them. And now I'm learning how to read them intuitively again.
Mhm.
And so yeah.
Gotcha. And so were you always kind of creative in that way from a young age because with the knitting and learning the tarot and you write and you craft, and was that always something that you've done from being young?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was always doing stuff with my hands. And
Yeah.
there's a picture of me somewhere of me playing with, do you remember making card houses, little playing
Yes.
card houses?
Yeah.
At one point I was obsessed about making this house that covered, the entire rug. And somebody took a picture of it, but
That's
I
great.
was always staring off into space and
Mhm.
coloring and doing stuff of that nature. So
Awesome. Very nice. So you read RWS, and you said you also do the pip decks, and
uh-huh.
you're now learning Thoth. Is that like a new, and
That's a
then
new thing. Yes.
new thing, and then you also do Lenormand? I think I saw maybe a couple Lenormands on your channel.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I
Okay.
took a Kelly Fitzgerald Lenormand class,
I've
and
I've been wanting to take her class. I hear it's
take it.
excellent. Yeah,
Take it.
I hear it's excellent. Yes, I will. I
Yep.
will. Okay, so then, but what would you say? What would you say the very first deck that really kind of clicked for you in terms of tarot? Was it the Robin Wood? Was it something else where you're just like, oh, okay, this I get it now. I really get it.
I think it was the Robin Wood,
Hmm.
specifically because I actually, of course I have all sorts of, but because of this book, the Robin Wood, the book, Tarot, the
Hmm.
book,
Yes.
um, and I actually met Robin Wood,
Yeah.
and it's great to read this because it sounds just like she spoke.
Really. That's great.
Yeah, and so I think that connection with that, and then doing it with my friends, it was like, okay, this makes a lot of sense because we would do readings for each other and we'd have these cards spread out, Julie.
Hmm.
and then we would walk away, and we were younger, so we'd get a beverage of our favorite choice at the time, and then we'd come back and we'd look at it, and then we'd rearrange them, and we'd try to make our own little pictures and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that.
That's
So
awesome. Very
so
cool.
yeah.
Robin Wood.
Yep.
Gotta love the Robin Wood. Okay, and then so then the book, you would say, along with the deck, that was one of the kind of resources that you found to be foundational in learning the tarot.
Yes. Yes.
Any other resources that come to mind, or
um I'm looking because I just had some of them over here. The Mary K. Greer Tarot for
oh,
Yourself,
tell you,
and I think 21 Ways to Read Tarot, the Mary K. Greer.
I have
So
not read anything Mary Kate Greer. I know, bad tarot practitioner. I
no,
haven't
no,
even
not at
read.
all. Not at all. I haven't read 78 Degrees of
I
Wisdom.
haven't either.
Okay. I have it because, as you can tell from behind me, I like to surround myself with these
Yes,
resources. So
yes,
when I need them, I can have them.
right, right.
And I'll do little bits and pieces. But yeah, the Mary K. Greer, it's an interesting, it's lots of exercises, and it really does a nice job of combining the the standard symbology
Mhm.
and encouraging your intuition.
Wonderful. I
So
do want to read it. I mean, I do want to read that one. I want to read the 78 Degrees of Wisdom, and I think she even has another one that's pretty popular, Rachel Pollack. But anyway, all in
yeah,
good time. All in good time.
yep.
Um, so, would you say your reading style has changed over the years, and if so, how?
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, I um, I can be very blunt, and I am a fairly positive person. Um, and I think I'm that way because I also have an appreciation of, you have to have light and you have to have dark in order for both of them to exist.
Hmm.
So what you choose to focus your energy on is what I had a pop up, sorry. What you get more of. That's how the universe works.
Hmm.
So ask me the question again, because that pop up distracted
Oh,
me.
sorry. I just, if you feel like your reading style has changed, in
Thank you.
what ways? Yeah.
My confidence level has really increased, and
Hmm.
then my confidence level in my ability to read, but also the confidence in trusting that the messages that I'm hearing from my guides, your guides, whomever's guides, I trust them. I don't doubt them and think, oh, why, that I'm just, that's just my thoughts. It's not necessarily my thoughts.
Hmm.
It's someone trying to help me help the person in front of me.
Hmm.
And by being able to, I always try, and I think it's more now about creating the space that someone can experience the meaning of a reading, that adds to the depth of the reading for
Hmm.
them. I
Yeah.
don't have to understand it. That's the other thing is I think I've gotten to be okay with, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm going to
That's
say
dangerous.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying
absolutely.
it. So
That's great. That's amazing. So, do you have a daily routine with the tarot, or do you just use it as you feel called to? I feel like you had said at one point that you don't really read a lot for yourself as much as you do for maybe others. Is that true, or maybe I'm misremembering? Um, do
um
you have like a
I
routine? Do you?
I
Mhm.
I used to have a routine, and that routine is, I am in my Wheel of Fortune magician year, so things are
Mm.
turning,
Mhm.
and I'm figuring out how I'm going to be, and so I'm getting that structure back.
Mhm.
I used to do a 6 card reading every day,
Oh,
and I had
wow.
documented that. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Wow.
yeah, And then that was like, okay, how often can I do this?
Hmm.
And is it really bringing me oomph?
Yeah.
Um, I am usually shuffling a deck at least once a day,
Okay.
to feel that connection.
Yeah.
But now the routine is in flux, Julie.
Yeah.
I'll say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And I'm, I like to read for people.
Hmm.
That's fun. I like to create spreads. That's a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Um, but I will sit down before I do any magic.
Hmm.
I will sit down and do a reading so that I can get clarity, and so the tarot cards or divination is an important part of my personal practice.
Gotcha. So in terms of like the spell work and the magic work that you do,
Yep,
Tara's little to
yep.
that. It's amazing.
And I mean, it helps me sometimes when I'm feeling discombobulated. I'll just sit down and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh yeah. Oh, Tara's great for that. Tara's
Yeah.
just great. Love me some
Yes.
tarot.
Yes.
So, okay, now this is kind of a little bit off topic, but on your channel, not only do you talk about tarot and you talk with lots of people, and you also feature troll dolls. I've noticed they have made.
Yes.
Could you please explain these troll dolls, because they are fabulous, and I wanted to know, are you a collector? Seems like you're a collector of the troll dolls, or is
I
this?
am not a
Oh,
collector.
you're not a collector?
I
Oh,
am
okay.
not a collector.
Well,
And
bye,
so here's the
Candy.
funny thing. Is Candy leaving?
Yeah, Candy had to go. Bye, Candy.
Okay. Bye, Candy. Well, it was Candy who was actually talking about a troll doll and troll necklace or troll
Yes,
ring.
yes, yes.
Yeah. And at one point, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, a friend was obsessed with them.
Uh-huh.
um, a friend was obsessed with them, and I was like going, oh, what are silly things you could do with trolls? And I was going to actually make a necklace out of them.
That would have been
So
some necklace, Gerald. Let me say
yes.
that. Hi, Sheila. How are you?
Hi, Sheila.
Would have
And
been.
so I found a lot of them on eBay, and I bought them.
Okay.
And I think on the Hermit Mage, there may be a video about it. But so I'm not a collector, but I got this because I was going to make a necklace.
Uh-huh.
And like many times, I got distracted, and I didn't do that. And then it just sort of, Candy was like going, oh my God. So, and then I was like going, wouldn't it be fun if, I know you want to see these.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen that one. That one I've
you
seen, I
know,
feel. Yes.
this is the troll fascinator.
Uh-huh. The fascinator.
And
Yep.
the fascinator, and where is, oh no, it moved. Oh shoot. Oh no, it's right here.
Same, Krista. It is my childhood as well. Especially the ones with the jewels in the belly button. Those were the best.
Yeah. And so this is the crown. Everybody needs a crown of trolls, right? I mean, and this one does have a,
Yay. Oh my goodness. Look at how perfect that is. That is
so
like the perfect outfit.
yeah. And so I wasn't obsessed about them, but the thing about these trolls is they're heavy.
Oh, yeah. I
They're
can
they're
see
heavy.
that. I
So
can see
yeah.
that.
So I have, and then, and I had actually made one that looked like me, that was like this, except it didn't have that. So
Uh-huh.
it was tarot stache and tarot sachet.
That's
So,
amazing. That's great.
so,
I do not know what Norfins are, Lori. Is that like a
ooh,
troll imposter, a troll wannabe? I have no
troll
idea.
knockoff? What
Troll
is up with
knockoff.
that?
Ah,
Wow.
okay. Okay, amazing. Well, I love me the trolls, all the trolls. So
Did
just
you have a lot of trolls as a
I
kid?
didn't. I actually didn't, but I remember the time when they were popular, and parents owned store, and they sold, it was like a gift shop, and they sold a lot of, when the trolls were popular, they sold a lot of trolls. So I
Right.
remember, and I had a few, and they had to have the jewels in the belly button. There's just no other way
Okay.
around it. They had to have the
Okay.
jewels. That's just there
Yeah.
was no discussion to be had. Absolutely.
And
So
back when I was in junior high, I had a good friend of mine who collected Smurfs.
oh, Smurfs. That's
And
nostalgic. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
love me the Smurfs.
so
Okay, so now you have said, I think last year that you amassed like 60 some tarot decks. Was that true?
2020,
Oh,
I acquired
2020.
64
64.
decks.
Okay. So then, and
And
we've talked about, yes, that you are indeed an unabashed tarot collector. Yes,
I
the card
am,
catalog.
yes.
That would make
And I
sense.
don't have all of my decks. I don't have all of my decks cataloged because I'm doing it old school. You
Hmm.
know, I'm doing,
Hmm.
we're doing the name, we're doing who it's by, when it was published, and when I acquired it.
Hmm.
And then on the back, I will be putting if I did a flip through of them
Oh, nice.
on my
Okay.
channel. So,
Yeah. Gotcha.
and no, I did not count for 2021.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you were
So
going to ask?
they're still coming in. No, I mean, so
Yeah.
okay, well, we answered our question. So you still
Yeah,
got some.
they are still coming in, but 2020, it was the first year that I had retired,
Uh-huh.
and it was the first year that I really started watching a lot of TarotTube,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was fulfilling a different need with buying tarot decks.
Hmm.
Truth be told,
Oh
let's
yeah,
be real, and I really only regret
yeah.
one purchasing. It's
Willing to
the
share.
Everyday Enchantment,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and I am gifting it to someone,
Mm-hmm.
but the struggle is I like the color of the artwork,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the inclusion of the artwork,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like the images of the cards because they're really specific. I
Mm-hmm.
have a difficult time seeing this situation being applied to something
Gotcha.
else.
Gotcha. Yes.
So,
I hear you. I hear you. I also
yeah.
do not have that deck. So I think for me it's more the I appreciate so many things about that deck, and I think it's more the style of the art that I just
Hmm.
can't gel with. It's just
Yeah.
not my thing.
Yeah.
But
Well,
much,
and yeah, I
yeah.
actually I trimmed the deck to see if I could connect with it, and
Uh-huh.
I modified it and edged
Yeah.
it, and it was just like I'm trying to force something that doesn't belong together. So
Uh-huh. So Krista asks, how many decks does Gerald pass on?
I, I have not passed on that many.
Okay.
That being said, I will oftentimes gift Jeffrey a deck. Jeffrey's my
Yes.
fiance, and because like in a Kickstarter,
Hmm.
um, you back it for one deck, and then you can get a second copy of that
Hmm.
for not as much money. And so, and he and I do not share tarot decks. He is also into
Okay. Yeah.
tarot. But we don't. I mean, the one deck that we share is our relationship deck.
Okay.
Um,
And
but
did Jeffrey get into tarot because of you, or was he already into tarot before you two met? Okay.
yeah, he was definitely already into it, and he, adds on to me for it. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
I totally get that. Okay, what does this say? Yes, these were Norphans were like gunned of teddy bears. Oh, okay.
now I remember having a. Do you remember Care Bears?
Oh, yes. And somebody was
Okay,
mentioning that earlier, and I missed it. Somebody was mentioning Care Bears. Yes, I had Cheer Bear. I mean,
okay. I
obviously.
had Love a Lot.
Which was that?
Love a Lot. That was, I think, the
Oh
pink
yeah.
one with
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
rainbow belly.
Yes,
And
that's
I know,
yes.
surprise, I had a pink
Surprise.
Care Bear with a rainbow on the belly that I
Uh,
ended up gifting to someone. I passed it on to somebody.
oh,
So
you did. So wait, I thought
yeah.
that was Cheer Bear, the one with the rainbow on the belly, because that's the one I had. Which one was Cheer Bear
Okay,
then?
it could be. I
Oh,
no,
okay. I
you
don't
could be
know.
right. I just called, that's what I called him.
Love a lot. Yeah. I mean, it works. It's Cheer Bear. I also wanted the one with the I think it was a Sleepy Bear, Sleep Bear, the one with the little sleeping moon on the belly. I mean, I really wanted them
Oh my
all to be
gosh.
honest, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, and
So
do you remember the Cabbage Patch dolls?
yes. Hello.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Zane is saying Love a Lot had two hearts. Thank you, Zane.
That's the one.
Two
Yes.
hearts.
Yes.
That one
Thank
was
you,
also
Zane.
very cute. Oh, I had the Cabbage Patch all right. I had one that had like oh gosh, stringy like brown hair that I then proceeded to chop off. I don't know, you know how that is when you're a kid. But
Yeah.
yes, I remember.
I didn't collect those. And to be honest with you, how I grew up, a big deal for a birthday
Mhm.
and for Christmas, I was excited to get, socks and underwear. It was like
Yeah, yeah,
it was great, because I'm from a big family.
yeah.
So we,
Awesome. Very cool. Oh, I see Robin's here. Hi, Robin.
hey Robin.
Tootsie-toot. All right. Care Bears movie was the first movie. Oh, so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Shamrock Good Luck Bear. They're all so adorable. And they're making a comeback. Or I guess they already made a comeback. Um,
Okay.
so, yeah. All right. I incorporate the Care Bear stare into my spiritual practice all the time. Like and
Yeah.
subscribe. Thank
Come
you.
on,
Thank
people.
you. Joey is saying Everyday Enchantment is a London deck. It's UK life in each single card. It could be any
Yeah.
cosmopolitan. I've heard that actually. Yes, I
Yeah.
have heard that.
Yeah.
Um,
And like I said, I tried to I tried to do it, and it's just me. I just don't connect with the deck.
yeah.
I like the artwork overall. I mean,
Hmm.
the faces are a little weird in some of them, so it's
They're
like,
weird. There are a lot of
yeah,
teeth.
a
Holly
lot of
Hobby
teeth and a lot of
doll.
open mouths. Yes,
Yeah. Holly
yeah,
Hobby.
okay.
I never had Holly Hobby,
Oh,
but I loved her. Loved her. And she's kind of
well,
also making a comeback. Like I see her on t-shirts and things nowadays.
nice.
Yeah. Okay, so then would you consider Robin Wood a soul deck, Gerald? Or I mean, do you even prescribe to that term, soul deck?
I I I I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I wouldn't say it's a soul deck. No. I think my soul is ever growing, ever expanding, radiating, growing. And so
Same
where I
for Robin.
am,
Sorry.
I think at moments in my life I have decks that are extremely very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
My personal magic deck, which is the Wizard's Tarot,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yes.
Corinne Kenner one, the Transparent Tarot by Emily Carding, um, the Wild Unknown, really
Yeah.
significant. The so it's those, they just sort of encapsulate a moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
And ooh, I just had an interesting thought. If I can get all of those decks together and do a layered spread around
Mm-hmm.
those,
Bye, Lily. Ooh.
that would be interesting. So it would be like, okay,
Ooh.
what's your progress? So,
Yeah, okay. All
but
right, just curious. I was curious.
yeah, I mean, do you subscribe to that idea of a soul
I
deck?
I yes and no. I did
You're
a
like
whole
me.
video. I did a whole video on this, and I guess it depends on how people define it. I have definitely used the term in a very kind of laissez-faire way. And I
Hmm.
think, I feel like it's just what's come to be a sexy way of describing like a really special deck, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
like you, I feel like, that term is kind of ever evolving and a tastes in decks are ever changing, ever evolving. And so I don't necessarily, I'm not against using the term soul deck. I don't believe there is just one, and I don't believe it's something that people need to go hunting for. I think
Right.
that is the trap that a lot of people can maybe sometimes fall
Oh, yeah.
into, especially
Yeah.
those coming to tarot, as a newbie. They're like, "Oh my God, what's this soul deck? And do I need one? How do I find it?" And then they're on this mad
Yeah.
hunt for something that, it's just.
I agree with you, and I think a soul deck usually just shows up, or a deck that I have a connection to. It shows up. I'm very fortunate that things manifest and they
Yes,
show up and
exactly. They
exactly
really
when I
do.
need them.
Yes.
And it's like This Might Hurt is one of those decks that I am very connected to.
Hmm.
And the Santa Muerte is
Hmm.
one that it's like they and each of my decks do different things for
Right.
me.
Right.
So, and they do different things for the people that I'm reading for.
Absolutely. Robin says it would be like a hug from all your closest friends, Gerald.
I think
Your
that's
layered
a
thread.
fascinating idea.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating idea. I love
Go for
that.
it.
Okay.
Go for it, Gerald. Go for it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? Flexible. Oh, yes. So Robin was saying, I stayed in my soul deck, then shortly thereafter, it changed twice over. That
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
natural. Um, so Mixtress Ray is saying you can have multiple soulmates and therefore for multiple soul decks, and sometimes they move on forever. Yep.
Right.
Agreed. Agreed. So then, any decks that you are currently in love with, that you're working with now that you're especially enamored with?
I have recently gotten the Spirit Keeper's Tarot,
That's a good one. Yeah.
and I have the books. That was one of Jeffrey's gifts for Yule and Christmas, so he got
He's
a
such
copy
a
of the
good
Spirit
gift
Keepers.
giver, that one.
Yeah. And so he, well, I got him that, and then we got the books, but
Okay.
I am actually, it's right here. I am recently enjoying
Ah.
this little gem,
Mhm.
the Gypsy Witch. Um, and Look at me. I've got they're all like within arm's reach, Julie.
As they should
Um,
be.
yeah, I am fascinated with the Life is Like a Board Game.
Ah,
Have you seen
yes.
this one?
I have seen this one. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Is that Crystal Banner,
Um,
right? It's by Crystal Banner, I think, or Crystal Banner.
yes,
Yes. Yes, I have seen that
Crystal
one.
Banner.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, and Oh, and the Tiny Traveler for the Sasarabito.
Okay, so that has been a temptation. I tried the Sasaribito, geez, a couple like last year, the year before, it was a loner, and I gave it a try, and I was expecting for it to be this instant connection. I really thought it would be, and it didn't really resonate. But then
Okay.
I'm seeing the little one, and it's so freaking cute, and it's on I think it's linen cardstock, and it doesn't have the gilding, and it's like, and there are just so many images I do love in that deck. Oh my god, stop it, Gerald! Stop it! Stop it!
I'm letting you know what's available to you. I am not
It's
requiring.
so cute. Oh
Um, I think,
my god.
and yeah, okay. So you're not sure
Um,
this one isn't making sense to you.
Stop it, Ange.
Yeah.
It's like I want to give it another try. I almost wonder if it just wasn't time for me to work with the deck, because
Hmm.
sometimes I think that's the case when it really maybe it's just not your time to be with that
Yeah.
deck, and that time will come. So I'm wondering if
Yeah.
the time has come, or I'm just succumbing to the cute. That one is another one, Gerald. I swear, that one. Okay, that one. That's the pocket one. Is that the?
This is the pocket one, the Star Seeker, and because
Mhm,
the
mhm.
regular size Star Seeker is my deck with Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. So the regular size one, and I pulled this out because maybe it wasn't the time. When this arrived, I was
Uh-huh.
shuffling it, and I wasn't in the right frame of mind,
Mhm.
and I knew to stop because
Oh,
I did not want that not right frame of mind
uh-huh. When approaching the deck, yeah.
to be in the deck. So I put it
Right.
away, and then I have pulled it out and started appreciating it.
Uh-huh.
I do have issues with the deck. I think the font is a little hard for me to read, and
Okay.
and by the way, it's my deck. I can do whatever the hell I want to it,
Right,
and
right.
I'm going to use a Sharpie, and I'm going to write them so
Go for
it's
it.
there.
I've definitely written
So
on my decks.
Yeah.
So I have
So
no problem with that. So Patrice is saying, I couldn't relate to Sassarabito until I got the Traveler. I love it. Try it. Stop. All of
yeah.
you.
And I think
I'm
here,
tempted. I am tempted.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, and this was in, if I were to, I think I did it. It was in Tarot Improv when I was
mhm,
asking people to, randomly come on and, do fun stuff. The deck that I wish that I'd had when I first started for
yeah.
me is the Sassarabito,
Ah,
because it's not it's RWS based, but it
mhm.
has so much other heritage behind it
Yes. Yes.
that makes me go, ooh, what is that? I don't know. And it draws me in to be curious. Now,
Yeah.
that being said, it draws me in to be curious. Doesn't mean that I'm going to like the answer
Right.
and
Right.
what it says.
Right.
So, but
Gotcha.
yeah. And the other one that I'm obsessed about, oh, the Star
Mhm.
Seeker always slows me down.
Yeah, in a good way,
That's a
I
good
think.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good thing. Well, the
Yeah.
Star Seeker, I would say that the thing that stopped me from the beginning with the larger size was the rose petal finish. I don't
No
like it.
worries. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
I,
don't know if the
yeah.
car does the pocket one, is that also rose petal? That sticky
Let me pull this
plastic
out for
message?
you and show you. Um, the cardstock is different. It is not
Okay.
rose petal,
Oh,
but it still has a nice little edge.
okay, okay.
And I have a precarious relationship with rose petal. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, so
pretty.
it's
Mm,
pretty,
yeah,
and it is definitely a feel. It
yeah,
has a feel to it,
okay.
but so.
All right. And what was the next one you were gonna show? Was that like
The
the
5 cent tarot.
5 cent tarot? Okay.
Actually, the 5 cent tarot and the 2 penny oracle. I when I got those, I was like, my brain was like, holy crap, this is incredible. I love this. I mean,
Awesome.
the concept, using them together, just blew my mind. So
Do you use a lot of Oracle along with tarot or not so much?
not so much,
Okay.
but I'd say in the last 3, 4 months have started to get an appreciation for them,
Mhm.
watching people's talk about it. And Deanne Blue Crescent Tarot will
Yes.
do a lot of stuff with Oracle. I think Oracle cards are pretty. And I have the Tokwitch Oracle. I have both
Mhm.
editions of it. And I it's hard to describe. It wasn't something that I didn't actively pursue it, but I didn't actively pursue not using it.
Right. I get it.
It's
Yeah.
sort of like, it's like, and then I found it's like, well, this is a nice supplement to help understanding
Mhm.
and deepen the understanding. So,
Mhm. Gotcha.
but yeah.
Gotcha. So are there any decks that are on your wish list?
Well, I'd like to
You
get the
keep them.
Alleyman Tarot.
Oh, yeah. Did you back the
Yeah,
Kickstarter? You did. Okay.
yeah,
And
backed
when
it,
is
and
that?
Jeffrey's getting a copy of it, and it's supposed to come out sometime. Um, and it's not the person's fault, but everything, the supply chain is just weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would say first quarter. The I don't think there's any. Oh, I did back the Joe Phillips one on Kickstarter.
I
Um,
think I'm familiar.
uh, Sorry,
Oh, no problem.
the Divine. Somebody gifted me a copy of the Divine Diversity tarot deck, and there's a second edition of it out
Oh,
that
okay.
was just done with Kickstarter.
Okay.
Um, and so this is Joe Phillips. This was 2018. Joe Phillips is a an artist who does um, gay topics,
Got
pretty gay boys.
it. Hmm.
Um, oh, okay. The other one is I'm looking for the other. Um, Oh, there you go. See, it was, oh, Patrice.
I know.
Um,
Such a bad
I'm
influence.
looking forward to the other Madame Clara decks because he tried to get something on Kickstarter and it didn't work, but he went ahead and funded it. So
Oh, okay.
those are on, yeah, and they were a back issue of something or something redone. Jonathan knows if he's still in chat and he could probably pop it off. But I did back those because I'm like going, I'm in love with these decks and the actual physical makeup of the cards. Do you have the 5-cent tarot and the
Mm-mm.
because why?
I, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I must have seen it. I feel like I must have seen it. I
You
know.
need to you need to have me a guest as three
I
girls in one
know
deck,
three girls and a stash.
three girls in one, yeah, and three girls in a stash. That's a oh.
Because I
Okay,
don't think
so
any of us have. I don't think any of us have that one. Sarah, Heather, or I. Yeah.
okay,
So I'm gonna have to.
so
I'm gonna have to get another flip through of that. I know I've seen it. I know.
I have a flip through of
Yeah.
it, and it's first of all, it's a beautiful cardstock.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the world's, you know, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, but it shuffles like a dream, and the images are right up my alley.
Yeah.
So, and yes, they have reverse meaning on them too,
Oh, okay.
but so you get, all of that. It's the aesthetic of it really pleases me.
Okay.
So, and here's the back. I don't know if you can,
Is that a
it's a pretty back.
gold stamped or like gold foiled back, or it looked kind of?
No,
Oh, okay. It just looked nice. It looked like it was.
yeah, and it's a matte gold edging, but you can, when you order the deck through the Motel gift shop,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it has the multi-directional extra words in it.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can find. Oh, and it's the 2-cent oracle, and you can get the 2-cent oracle either this shape or round.
Oh, round.
And there was like, yeah, you could get it like slate and
Mhm.
all that stuff. So it's like,
Gotcha.
yeah, oh yeah, exactly. So,
That's a good
and
description.
I
I do
mean,
like me steampunk and old-timey, so all right, I'll take
yeah,
another look at a flip through.
and for those of you who want to know, it shuffles really well. It's glorious. Not that I'm taunting.
Yeah, no,
Three
no,
Girls
not
in
at
a
all.
Stash sounds like an HBO series.
Sounds like an awesome
You know,
HBO series, absolutely.
well, of
Alrighty.
course,
Of course, of
there
course.
you go. Well, if you need it to be 4 girls, Tarot Sachet could come on.
Okay, so let's wrap up with the final two questions. What
Okay.
advice do you have for anyone who wants to start learning tarot?
Learn a system other than RWS first.
Oh, shocking.
I know.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
So yeah, learn the Tarot de Marseille or the Thoth, and then apply that to RWS because it's going to give you a broader perspective
Uh-huh.
than starting with what is the majority out there. Pick a deck that draws you in and that you like, and study it. And don't buy too many decks to start off with. Don't get overwhelmed by the number of decks.
Yes.
You
Great
only
advice.
need one tarot deck.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Three girls needs to go. The view with guests. We will keep this in mind, Joey. We will keep this in mind. I will relay the
oh my
information back
gosh.
to back to
Yeah.
Sarah.
And the other thing is to keep notes of all of your readings.
Oh yeah.
When keep a notebook and
Mhm.
date it. and then with the tarot card that you used, and then the spread, and then your thoughts on it, because I wish I had been doing that for some of my readings, because Julie, when I first started to read, I never followed a same spread. I figured out a person's numerology, and that was the
Oh,
number of
okay.
cards I laid out.
Ah, wow. Okay. That's
So, and
great.
it
That's a
wasn't,
great system, actually.
yeah.
That's
So,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So Allison is saying, I know Thoth is like the thing these days, but I'm just not there. And that's okay, Allison. That's okay.
And Allison, that is, I mean, and that's the wonderful thing. There's so many different decks and so many
Exactly.
different systems. And
Exactly.
actually, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm going to be with some friends. I'm going to be using 21 ways to read a tarot card as my way to explore the Thoth.
Oh, wow. Nice. Very nice.
Because I'm not going to want the esoteric understanding. I just want the visual impact yet.
Ah, very nice. Yeah, what I've been doing is I've been, just pulling a card, and I have that Duquette book. His last name is Duquette. That's the author. I don't remember what it's called. Understanding the Thoth. I don't know. It's the popular one that everybody recommends. So I've been just kind of reading a little bit of that. It's okay. It is, it is in the weeds, and I just want to get familiar with it. Really, I don't need to do a deep dive at this point, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Your book is, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, it's just like with anything. If you're not enjoying the book, then don't read it.
Yeah.
I mean, and go to a used bookstore and look at the tarot books, because there are a lot of them out there, and I mean, some of them are great and some of them not to
Oh,
fit
yeah.
your need.
Yeah,
So,
very true. Very, very true.
yeah.
Okay, and then what advice would you have for somebody who wants to start a channel? Because we hear a lot of people who want to start and they feel so unsure about the idea and then kind of intimidated to take that leap. So any advice?
Yes. Contact me at tarotstache@gmail.com. I'll have you come on and we'll introduce you to the world.
Boom.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, but seriously, I think everybody has a voice, and starting a channel, there's a vulnerability about it.
Yes.
And your channel can be anything that you want. You can do 4-hour videos, or you can do 30-second videos. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
And your technology and your understanding and your experience will get better as you do, the more you do it. And you always have the ability to make things unlisted,
Right.
or private.
Exactly.
You can even delete it. Now, when that happens, I usually, I'm like, going to apply the sacred pause before you delete something, because you're never going to be able to get it back.
That's true. That is true.
And I think, just do it as an easy thing to do, but there's a lot of tutorials on how to create a YouTube channel.
Sure.
And understand why you want to create a YouTube channel.
Right.
Because are you going to be a huge content creator where you're putting out 7 videos a week, one every single day?
Oh my gosh.
That's a huge commitment.
That is a very huge commitment. Absolutely.
So know
Just
your
know
intention
your
about how you want to
intention.
start a channel. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It is
Yeah.
very important to know your why.
Yeah. And I think, the best, I want to know people's voices, because as a consumer, I can like and subscribe to them, or I can not.
Right. Exactly.
It doesn't mean that you are a person who, oh yeah, I'd create the videos you want to watch yourself.
Yeah.
That's a really important thing, because on Tarot Stash, when I do flip throughs, I only want to see the image. For me, I personally don't want to know people's connections.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so And take a chance, just try it, and understand you're not going to be you're not going to be like Julie and have hundreds of thousands of followers and subscribers overnight.
Oh my gosh. Oh, if only. Not that I actually want that. Now that I think about it, or if I'm being honest, I don't. I think it's nice having an intimate channel,
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
do think the larger you get, then you kind of sacrifice that intimacy. The more
Yeah.
subscribers.
And I think that understanding why and being willing to learn who you are,
Yeah.
because these little stash tags started just simply because I was doing the flip through and I needed something to put down so that people could see me.
Hmm.
And you don't have to show your face.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So Hillary says, "Thank you, Gerald. Great to hear as a newbie. I'm doing a week." Yes, yes, Hillary. I've been enjoying your gratitude challenge videos,
yeah.
and so yeah, I think you've
And
been doing great, Hillary. I'm so glad that you started your channel, and you got to do you. It's If you need to take a break, and then come back,
yeah.
and you know we're always here waiting. That's the thing.
Yeah.
People are just so generous like that. They're
Yeah.
waiting, and yeah,
And I think, you do you do what gives you
absolutely
power.
right.
The other thing to remember is that it's for public consumption. What you put
Yes.
out there is there forever. Do you really want people to know that about you? Your choice. And
Exactly.
me, I try to be who I am when I'm not on a YouTube live on my YouTube.
Mhm. Right.
So if you
Right.
ever see me, if we're having coffee or something like this, I'm going to be this way. And I'll
Right.
probably have a fan with me.
Yeah.
You know, I probably will have a fan with me because it's great to make a point.
Yes. You wouldn't be Gerald without the fan and the stash. Hello? It'd be like, who is this imposter? Where's Gerald?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is Gerald. He had to pick the Robin Wood tarot, right?
Uh, that
But
is
no, I think
true.
you need to,
Oh, thank you,
yes, she is a
sweet.
joy.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Right back at you. Thank you so much.
What is your advice for somebody wanting to start a YouTube channel?
I would say what I've always kind of reiterated is, yes, aside from knowing why, why being very clear on the reasons why, um, you need to have fun making the content. It needs to be something
Yep.
that you genuinely enjoy. When it
Yep.
stops being fun and starts feeling like a chore or an obligation or a means to, I don't know, if you go with it with the intent of that it's going to be a money maker. I mean, that's putting a lot of undue pressure
Yeah.
on yourself. And
Hmm.
so I find that a lot of people who begin with those types of intentions, not that it's right or wrong, but it does heighten the load on what you're expecting
It
yourself
makes it a
to do.
chore.
It makes it a
Yeah.
chore. It makes it an obligation instead of something fun and enjoyable and a way to connect with people and a way to just talk about what you love, which is
Yeah.
tarot and divination
Yeah.
and all the witchy things. And I've seen people kind of go that way with where then the spark kind of it's not there anymore. You
Hmm.
can tell when people
Yeah.
are burned out and the joy and the passion just it's not there because
Yeah.
of all these other factors that are weighing on them. So
Yeah.
enjoy. Always do it
Well,
for
yeah, always enjoy it. And
fun.
y- y- part of the enjoyment, you have to do the work in order to be able to do it. I
Yes,
mean, it
yes.
takes planning and stuff like
Sure,
that. If you're
sure.
working with somebody, great. But so long as you're enjoying that work,
Yeah.
if you're struggling to figure out content, VRs are an
VRs.
amazing way to do
That's
it.
how I started my channel, VR. I started with a VR, and I
I
do a
did.
lot of
Yeah.
them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of the best ways to connect with new channels and just new people in general in the community, and for people to get to know you and your interests in tarot and your tastes and your personality through the way you answer
Right.
these questions.
Yeah.
So do VRs, do
Yeah,
VRs, and
yeah, and that gratitude challenge, the
gratitude
tarot
challenge.
hashtag gratitude
Mhm.
challenge is great. the other advice that I'd have, Julie, I know you're trying to get me to shut up.
Oh, no,
Good
not
luck.
at all.
Um,
Not at all.
and I spent a lot of time in my career as a trainer, and then developing people and the developing trainers.
Oh,
And the advice that I have for people is when you're presenting something, don't apologize for a mistake people don't know that you've made.
true. Very true. That's very
And
true.
so
Yeah.
don't start a video with, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm unprepared and all this stuff. Don't tell us that. Just start the video.
Yes.
Just start the video.
Exactly.
And if you don't have a huge tarot collection, then don't talk about that your tarot collection's small.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that your tarot collection is curated, and you are a very discerning person. Me, on the other hand, I don't have all of the decks
Mm-hmm. Yet.
yet.
I wish I
So
had a
yeah,
fan. I don't have a fan. There you go.
but
Clack.
yeah, yeah. And it's just it should be fun.
Yeah.
I like people who are positive. They're based in reality.
Mhm.
And I love it when people are
Mhm.
exploring cards, and they're understanding the
Yes,
cards.
absolutely, absolutely.
So
Just be
yeah,
you, just be you.
yep,
And Joey says VRs are paramount. It's putting your personal imprint into the collective.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yep.
It's a manifestation technique and a way of opening your heart to other kindred souls. I love
It's
that. I love
beautiful.
that. People,
Yeah.
so there are some people out there who bitch about like channels doing too many VRs. And I'm like, what? Well, I mean, and if you don't like it, then don't watch. I don't understand the problem here.
Thank you. No one is forcing you
No
to
one is
watch a
exactly.
video.
No one is
And
holding a knife to your jugular saying you must watch all the VRs all the time. There's so
right.
many channels out there.
Yeah.
So
I
many
mean,
channels.
and I love doing VRs with people.
Oh yes. Oh
I
my God,
mean,
you and Jen and Jamie are hilarious. I just watched the only 10 decks, like the cheating palooza. That was like amazing. And I still have to watch. I know you guys did another one. I haven't watched that one yet, but
yeah.
wow, it's
And
fun. Thank
I
you,
love when
Allison.
you did 5 VRs
Thank you. That was a
in
fun
five
one.
days. Yeah.
I'll have to
Yeah.
try that again, but yes.
And
Yeah.
I mean, and get to, it's a process too. Like you said, it needs to be fun, it needs to be enjoyable,
Yes.
it needs to be real,
Yes.
because if you're being fake, first of all, we can tell.
We can tell. We can tell.
Oh, here,
Mhm.
wait a minute.
Absolutely.
We can tell.
We can tell. Absolutely. Yes, I hate the apologies. Sorry, I haven't posted in a while. Sorry. Yes. And also don't apologize for your appearance, please. Please don't apologize for your appearance. Like, well, sorry, like I didn't put on makeup, and sorry I'm not dressed up, or no apologies needed. No
Yeah.
apologies needed. Like,
Yeah. I always like to say
thank
that,
you.
friends that I'm with, if they apologize too much, I put them in apology timeout.
Yeah.
And I give them a time limit. For the next hour, you are not allowed to apologize for anything.
Anything, yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry that I'm apologizing. Sorry that I
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
apologizing.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry, but you be you,
yes,
and you enjoy yourself, and then that's what it is. And
that's
if
what
you
it
take a
is.
break, then just stop making videos.
Yes, yes,
But
exactly.
everybody has their own purpose and how they
Right.
want to handle it. And so,
Absolutely. And, and also don't worry about trying to be original. I think that's another thing that content creators really struggle with. Like, well, who wants to hear what I have to say? Like, I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying anything like other people haven't already said, etc. Well, no, you in yourself are the new thing. You being on YouTube is what you're
yeah,
bringing. You're bringing you. So,
right.
I mean, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that. So, anyways, I mean, just for anybody out there in the live chat who is thinking about doing a channel, I haven't heard one person say, "Oh, I started a channel and I absolutely regretted it. It was the most horrible experience of my life, and I knew it was the wrong thing to do,
Yeah.
and I knew it. It was horrible." I've never heard that. Never heard that. Not yet, anyway.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everyone's always said, "Oh, it's been great."
And I have to say, I don't regret making a second channel. I mean, but but
Very ambitious, Gerald. That was very ambitious.
you
You
say
went balls to the
ambitious, I
wall.
say stupid. But I learned my lesson, and
Yeah.
let's face it,
Yeah.
things it grew, and which is wonderful. And
Mhm.
so there are a lot of great resources and a lot of great people who want to help you, and
Mhm.
just be respectful. And I like to
Absolutely.
give
Yes.
credit to where credit is due.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
so
Sylvain is amazing. Yeah, that's the one that you just did, Gerald, right?
yep,
You and
yep.
yeah, the seven decks for deadly sins, I think it was.
Sins, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And Hillary's going to be doing that soon. I can't wait to watch that, Hillary.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Woohoo. Yeah, that's a good one. That was a very
Why
fun
am
one
I
to
not
do.
am I subscribed to you, Hillary?
You should be,
Excuse me.
girl.
Well, that's why I'm like going, okay, I need to
Well, I think Hillary's channel's fairly new. I think just last week or the week before. So we'll forgive you because it was the holidays. Um,
okay. Well, I'm doing this right now. So go ahead. Sorry.
awesome.
I'm
No,
not
no.
hashtag not sorry.
Hashtag,
So
I'm sorry. Oh, did I miss? Oh, hi. Hi, Zach. Nobody is entitled to the content you make. Thank you. Yes. Yes, sir.
yes.
And I actually, Zach, I just started watching. I haven't finished it, but your most recent live, that was a lot of fun. Or the parts that I saw, I have to finish it. The tarot marketplace video. Check it out, people, if you haven't yet.
Mm.
Yes, lots of tea. No, just kidding. Love us some tea. Okay,
Wow.
so
Oh,
let's see. I just want to make sure I am not missing any questions. Should your
bring on the
channel
questions.
Hello. Hi, Maura. Should your channel focus on a single interest, or do you think it works to have content on a variety of interests, tarot, art, astrology, etc.? Well, I mean, I think you could go either way. I've seen
Hmm.
channels that have gone either way, and I think it depends, certainly, again, on the intent. Because I've heard where people have said, strategy wise, I mean, if a goal is to gain the subscribers and et cetera, monetize, et cetera, then it helps to create a specific focus, so that
Right.
your viewers know exactly what they're getting, the subscribers know exactly what they're getting, and so then you're getting consistent watch time for every video. But then
Yeah.
other people have just gone, I know that other people have just, especially with the tarot, art, astrology, that just seems so interrelated, like a family, that most people who are interested in the one are also then interested in another.
Yeah.
Now, for
Well,
my part, oh, go ahead, Gerald. Yeah.
no, I was just going to say I agree with you because, well, your connection to tarot, art, and astrology could be what I want to see.
Right. Yes, exactly.
So,
Exactly. Yeah, it really comes down to, again, what you want your channel to be. I mean, for my part, it's mostly tarot, but if I want to throw in something random, I will throw in something random because I want to, and I will just make it known in the title, like, okay, random, like random planner video. If you're not
right,
interested in this, then don't watch it. No problem. I
right.
get
Yeah.
it.
And
Yeah.
that's where you're right, Julie,
Yeah.
because the tags and titling it
Yes.
correctly, those are and having a playlist, those
Yes.
are great
Playlist.
ways for people to do that.
Yeah.
Somebody was it yesterday? Somebody, I was watching a video and somebody was asking, should I have more than one channel or something like that?
Oh,
And I think it was on my live.
okay.
And if the content is similar, keep it together.
Yes.
Don't lessen your power or your time and your energy.
Right. It is a lot
So
do to juggle more than one channel.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So
it was Orsh's channel where she was talking about she created a second channel to do readings on,
hmm
and then she's got one that she does, flip throughs and walkthroughs, and it's like
hmm
put them together. So
Yeah.
thank you, Ange.
Thank you, Ange. She's awesome with that.
Hillary, I have subscribed.
Yay! Everyone must
So
subscribe to Hillary. So
so she's
good.
got
So
52
good.
subscribers. And
Yeah.
by the way, it doesn't matter the number of
It
subscribers you
doesn't.
have,
It
and you
doesn't.
can turn that
You
feature
can turn
off. It
that shit
doesn't
off.
matter.
Turn that shit off. I turned mine off. I turned
So
it, I turned it off really early on because at the end of the day, I just really I didn't care, and I didn't want it to like screw with my head or distract me or whatever.
yeah,
And like I said, I like having an intimate
yeah,
account.
yeah, yeah,
Where I get to know people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and people, I mean, you could do divination about creating a channel, and you if you've got tarot decks, oracle decks, you've created your own, do bibliomancy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make decisions in your life? Apply it to this
Mm-hmm.
and try it for give it 3 months. Great.
Yep. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean, I think it's fun.
People that do good on YouTube, I feel, are in it for the passion and because they hook some factions of society that are an easy target. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And whatever you do, don't do that. What, clickbait?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I hate that.
I
There
hate
are
that
these,
too.
there's ways to manipulate things. And if
Yes.
you're doing that, expect
Yes.
me to unsubscribe.
Exactly. Yes. Because that gets old really fast.
Yes. And it's
Really.
manipulative. It's
Yes.
like, really,
Absolutely.
people? So,
Absolutely.
and
And
I
so,
do think, oh,
mhm.
Ans, go ahead.
No, I was just going to read to collaborate with other content creators is another great way to put yourself out there. Yes, it's my goal for 2022. So if any of you want to collab, message me.
Yes, I
Awesome,
need to do
and
that with
awesome.
Ange. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's it's important to be that passionate about it, and
Mhm.
but uh, you be you.
Absolutely.
You be
Absolutely.
you.
Patrice is asking what's the clickbait? Okay, how do we describe clickbait? It's kind of like
It is the idea of a bait and switch. I'm going to draw you in saying this, but when you get here, it's actually
not,
that.
yeah, it's
That.
really not about that. It's about something else, but I needed to get you
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Um,
it's like saying we're going to show a great movie from the Star Wars movies,
mhm.
and then it ends up being
Yeah,
some cheap knockoff thing.
right, exactly.
So,
Yes, yes, absolutely.
so.
So don't do that for those of you who are planning to do.
Well, I mean, you can do that. It's a great way to get hits, but it's not a great way to get subscribers.
Yes. I mean, it's exactly, and it's not a very good way to establish yourself if you want to be
Yeah.
considered, not that
And
you.
by the way, this is just my experience and my opinion. I am not a huge YouTube success or anything like that,
Neither am
but
I. Neither am I. These are just our opinions. Our opinions.
and
Yes.
there are opinions because we're consumers.
Yes.
And I think what's interesting is as a consumer, my understanding of YouTube was one way,
Hmm.
but as a creator, it's expanded my
Yes.
understanding of YouTube.
Yes.
So it's like,
Absolutely.
oh, that's why that's important. I get that.
Absolutely.
Or, ooh, but boy, I have an appreciation for somebody who sits down and edits a video like crazy. I'm like, when editing is tough.
Editing is tough, and it's really interesting. I mean, I do some editing for my videos, and I actually find editing to be fun compared to the filming. So, because I like to fiddle around with pieces, but the filming is more like mental energy, like output, I feel,
Okay.
over editing, which is
Okay.
really I think I'm in the minority there. But yeah, I mean, I do sometimes have fun with the editing, more than I do the
That's cool.
actual like recorded. Like lives are a different thing. I feel like lives
Yeah.
are a very different energy, but actual sitting down to record and then yeah, it's
Yeah.
oh hi
Well, and
Shauna. We are wrapping up.
oh,
Um
Shauna, the queen is right here.
yes.
So,
Hello.
but and the other thing is if you can, I find editing fun. Oh,
Thank you,
well,
Hillary. Thank you
good
for
for you.
validating me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Well, trust me, I know editing from the Tuckbox Rage stuff,
Oh my gosh, yes, you do. Talk box rage.
Tuckbox Rage.
Talk
But
box
if
rage.
I,
Talk box rage.
Tuckbox
Yeah.
Rage, everybody, Tuckbox Rage, follow the hashtag. watch the videos, whatever.
Yes.
So, but it's,
Uh,
it's fun, and you can actually, and I love the feature. I can sit down with good light and do
mhm,
like 5 flip throughs
mhm.
and then put them out over the next 5 weeks. I can
Mm,
schedule them to be
yeah,
posted.
right.
So it's like, oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank
So
you, Robin.
thank you, Robin.
Oh, that's because you're decorating. Yes, I guess I didn't really think about it that way, but maybe, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. Gerald and Julie, do you get drained from doing lives or even recording your videos? Interestingly, I get drained from recording videos, not drained from lives. Yeah,
I am very similar. I adore and I get so energized. I'm an extrovert again. Shock
yeah.
runs through the audience. I love this.
Mhm.
I'll be floating for the next 5 hours,
Yes.
so it'll be awesome.
So it's yeah.
It
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it depends upon the recording what I'm doing for
That's
it.
true. That's true. I feel like hands down when you're not actually showing yourself is less energetically draining. Um, and with the lives, yeah, it's because you're having fun and you're in the moment and it's all
Yeah,
flowing and you're chatting with somebody. And so at this point in time, like I'm feeling great and energized and whatever. But as I'm an introvert, when I hop off in an hour, I will probably be passed out on the couch.
right.
Just saying. Whereas you'll be floating for another
Yeah,
5 hours, Gerald. I will probably
yeah.
be
And
probably be gone.
and that's cool because I think, well, and I have to say I think I like doing the face videos. Like when I
Mhm,
did gratitude challenge last year, um, and I did them for about a month, and I did them maybe for every day, and then I did them by week,
mhm,
and it was really interesting because talking to someone,
mhm,
the camera and whomever was there, I was okay with getting that insight in the
mhm,
moment.
mhm,
It's like, oh, I didn't notice that on these 2 cards. There's this.
mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
very
it's a
awesome.
process.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Mixer's Ray says I don't have talk box rage at all. Yeah, I know. You and I both. I think I I have sometimes talk box exasperation, but
Yeah.
not talk box rage. So, yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Hillary. Yes, get some rest. Thank you so much for staying up this late. We really appreciate it. I love Tuck Box. That's true. Like waste in terms of waste, I mean, Tuck Box is a little less wasteful than some of the
Yeah.
larger packaging. I will say that. But
Hmm.
yes, Beth is saying you guys probably feed off the mutual exchange. Yes, I think that is
Yep.
very much the thing. Yes, for
That
sure.
totally is.
For sure. And Allison is saying I crash after recorded videos. Yeah, yeah, it's tiring. It can be very tiring.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh
anyways,
yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely. Shauna says I don't have talk box rage because I take all my texts. Yes, you do. And
Yes,
you load
Shauna
those bags
does.
and
Yes.
tag her bags. So,
Yeah.
all right. Have I think we have everybody. I
Uh,
don't think there are any questions. So, yes, again, anybody who is thinking about doing a channel, we can break the ice for you. Hop onto Gerald's channel, hop onto my channel. We can chat. We can have some a deck casual or casual convo. We invite you. We invite you.
it
So,
doesn't matter. Just
oh
just have some
hi.
fun.
Yes, exactly. Just have some fun. And if you don't want to show your face, that's fine. We'll just talk to your hands. That's
Amy is
totally
here.
cool.
Hi,
Hello,
Amy.
Amy.
And how do
Hello.
people contact you, Julie, for then to do to come on?
You can just in my YouTube about there is my email. So it's Peekaboo's Peekoo Peek. I can words today. Peekaboo Rose, Peekaboo Rose 79 at Gmail. So
Okay.
you can DM me on Instagram. So there are
Hmm.
definitely easy ways to get in contact with me. But
Sure.
definitely, if you want to have a casual convo, you know how to contact
I
me.
love it.
And Gerald, you're Tarot Stash, right? Tarot Stash at Gmail.
Stash, Gmail. Yep.
Gmail. So
and
do it. Do it. So thank you all for being here. Thank you so much, Gerald. I had so
thank
much fun
you.
talking with you. And
This is great.
thank you, Ange. Thank you so much. Thank you for being my bodyguard, my virtual friend.
Boom.
So, oh yes, Beth, great question. What's coming up on your channels? So I know that Gerald, you have a few things, right?
I do. I
Yeah.
have on Friday, this was just published.
Yes.
I have an I'll show you mine,
Mhm.
the one where size really does matter, with the Rainbow Lady and Tarot Einstein. We're going to be talking about our mini deck collection.
Ooh, yeah.
So, and the Tiny Traveler will be in there,
Okay.
just to
All
let you
right.
know.
I know. Yes.
So
I'm kind of
I'm
figuring.
working on something fun for Monday. I'm getting
Okay.
that done, and Tuesday. Excuse me. Let me look at my little. I'm and then I have a live with Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. And then I'm going to be on Jonathan's channel on Tuesday because he asked me.
Mhm.
And then, ooh, you
Is
want
he
the
busy?
scoop? You
What?
want the scoop?
Yes. Yes, please. Always.
On the 25th of January at 2:30 Eastern Standard, I am doing a deck casual for
Oh,
the
the
Pasta
pasta
Tarot.
tarot. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, indeed. I
And
think Zane has that one too, right? I think he just did a
yes,
walkthrough. I
yes, he
haven't
did a
watched it yet,
walkthrough.
but I'll have
And then
to.
in a couple of Mondays, I'm having Sandra from the Whispering Well. She and I are doing a live VR to
Mhm.
Beneficial Tarot's Tarot Temptations.
Ooh,
So
fun. Time on Friday, Gerald, for your.
time on Friday is at 12:30 Eastern.
Okay, 12:30 Eastern. Awesome.
So
Yes. You'd be so booked. Yes. I mean, yeah, I gotta go the planner way. See, he's my people.
well,
Yes,
I have to figure out when I can get Ange on. You
yeah,
know, and I know I have to ask her. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
so you've got what do you have? You have
Well, I just
the
honestly, well, hi, Rosemary. And I know a couple people coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. Kim,
um
thank you. I have, other than the Three Girls, One Deck on January 22nd at 1 p.m., I don't know that I don't really, yeah, that's it so far.
and that's
I'm
cool.
gonna try to maybe do some recorded videos. As maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't. I was sick the past 2 weeks,
Mm.
so I've just been recovering from that, and so yeah. But I would like to do some videos. I have to think about what to do. So
Well, and good. I'm glad.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
And I'm glad you're taking care of yourself
Well, thank
because
you.
I always say family first, yourself
Right.
first.
Right.
So,
So, all right. Well, again, thank you, Gerald. I really had a
thank
lot of fun.
you.
We must
Oh
do
my
this
gosh.
again. We must do this
Yes.
again. So, and thank you
Yes.
all in the live for coming on and hanging out with us. This was so much fun. So you know how to
Yes.
get in contact with both Gerald and me if you
Mhm.
wanna hang out.
Make
So
sure you
let
like
us
and
know.
subscribe.
Yes. Smash that like and subscribe.
Thanks
So
everybody.
thank you, everyone. Have a good day or good night wherever you are, and talk soon. Bye bye.
Bye.